Hey, waiting for my love bugs to join me. Come on over, baby. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. I may be young, but I'm ready. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey, Ladybug, Anna, Autumn, the third queen. Yes, we back. We back. We back. We back. We back. Y'all, I'm so hungry. All I had was literally a croissant and coffee, like for the whole day. I think I'm gonna have a salad before I go to bed. And I bought this big juicy watermelon. I'm gonna be eating that for the next couple of days too when I get really hungry. I'm excited. Yes, Curiously Aquarius, Media, New Post, Lachey, TT, The Glamour Daily, Martha. We are back in the building. Is it Aisha or Aisha? How you say it? What's up? I haven't seen you or Storm in weeks. Well, here we go. Well, here I go. I don't know what the hell Storm doing or where he at or who he with or what he got going on. I don't know. Sounds nice and healthy. Yes. Watermelon is so refreshing in the summer, and it's unfortunate that they made it like a stereotypical like melanin, like Witch Blk thing, and they try to shy us away from it because melanin and watermelon, it sounds alike, right? So it might be really good for us. And y'all know how propaganda works. They try to keep you away from something that could probably like actually help you. And watermelon is like really, really hydrating. You know, H2O, regular water is not like where you should be. Regular water should not be your only source of hydration because it has no nutrients. So, in addition to drinking water, we need to be drinking watermelon juice, coconut water. Y'all always see me. I'm always drinking kombucha. Like we need to drink things that have natural hydration and electrolytes, in addition to drinking water. Yes. Thanks, Crystal. It's Aisha. Aisha. Yes. Hey, love bugs. What's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you will get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to be talking about Amanda Seales telling Tabitha Brown that she's a witch. And then we're going to be talking about, oh my God, what it means to be a default parent and how, there's lots of women that struggle with this. But we're going to look at a few videos of Caucasians women's take on being a default parent versus a melanin rich woman's take. A melanin rich woman's take on being a default parent, and we're going to compare and contrast. All right? Okay. I don't know why that was so hard to get through. I just have absolutely no idea why that was so hard. But we got through. We made it. That's all that counts. So we about to head on over to these TikTok streets. The Thrift Queen said, how is Tab a witch? Well, we're about to see Amanda Seales break it down. And then we're going to see what Tabitha Brown's rebuttal is. And then, I have me a couple of real plain and simple definitions that we're going to read and we're going to talk about. How y'all doing? How's everybody? Okay, shouts out to Solara be playing. Amanda Seales. She has a podcast called Small Doses. And she recently interviewed Tabitha Brown. And this is what she had to say.
You're a witch, right? Like a what? You're a witch.
Oh, wait, hold up.
And you're a witch, right? Like a what? You're a witch. Oh no, I'm not a witch. Witches are good things. Yeah, but I just don't go by that. Okay.
So Amanda said, you know you're a witch, right? And Tabitha said, a what? She said, yeah, a witch. And she said, a witch is not a bad thing. And Tabitha said, oh, yeah, no, I just don't go by that.
I mean, it's different words for the same unless you cast me as Glinda in the new Wizard of Oz. in which case, but on phone. I say that in the context of when I was in college, I had a professor say to me, "You're a witch," and I was like, "Okay." Same. I was like, "Why would you say that to me?" And he was like, "What I mean is that you have the ability to conjure the best from those who don't know they have it, and reveal the worst from those who think they're hiding it." And so he was like, "You have a gift of sight." Oh, I am a seer. Right. And so that was the context he was saying. So he was like, you're able to basically work with the energy of the world in a way that other people may not trust themselves to tap into. I mean, that's been my whole life. I was born with a gift. I talk about it in my first book because I wanted to be clear. Flex number 2. What is happening? Flex number 2. I talk about it in my first book, which assumes
there's more.
I'm just saying, it's important to say my first because when I wrote my first book, I said I already had a lot of followers, and I wanted to reveal to them my gift, and I wanted to put it in my opening chapter to give them the choice if they wanted to continue to follow me or not. So I started with that. So this is
y'all heard Tabitha. She said that she was a seer. That's what she considers herself, a seer. Keep that in mind.
Opportunity to either close it or keep reading, because I hid it for so long. Growing up with a gift is scary, and if you try to tell people what you see or dream or hear, you're told you're crazy or they look at you strange. And so I had hid it for a very long time, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna hide that anymore, so this is who I am. And so when you talk about those things, it's been my whole life, from seeing things that nobody else sees.
So I relate to this. When I was a young child, I used to see figures. Like, I used to see, this is going to sound crazy, but I used to see men in black suits with glasses. They looked like the Men in Black. And my bedroom, the way it was situated in the house, like you could see down a long hallway. So like when I would look out my bedroom, I would see the hallway all the way down to the door that goes outside of the house. And I used to be so afraid of sleeping with the door open. Like to this day, I'm just now getting a little comfortable with having my door open, my bedroom door, but I don't really like to sleep with my bedroom door open. And it took me a while to be okay with sleeping in the dark. I still kind of have to have something playing. Like if I have my laptop playing something or my phone playing something, I fall asleep to that. I also like white noise, and I always saw stuff. I would always have recurring dreams as a kid. I was always prophetic with like numbers. My grandma, she used to play illegal numbers and stuff. Now, Chad, don't ask me, don't tell. And I have prophetic dreams now. Like I literally will dream something that'll happen, and then I'll see it play out. And I did used to run for myself because it was scary. I'd be in dreams that were so vivid that I would have to wake myself up out of the dream. When I was younger, I used to cry in dreams because whatever it was that I was experiencing felt so real and so true. And whenever someone was about to pass in my family, I would dream about it. To this day, it's not always usually exactly who you see in your dream that's going to pass, but somebody always usually ends up passing. It never usually happens like right the next day or whatever, but within a couple weeks or a month or so, it happens. My dreams always come into fruition. Things that I see usually happen. And I would be so scared of myself. Like I try to, numb myself out, like just filling myself up with a bunch of other things, doing a bunch of other shit that so as I don't have to like see, you know what I mean? And when you tell people things like that, they think you're crazy, like what Tabitha is saying. And it wasn't until I got older that I started to like embrace my gifts more and actually use my gifts for myself, because I would use my gifts to help other people progress in their lives. And I'm a Virgo, so I'm naturally like a helper bee. Like that's kind of was my default setting for a long time. Now, if I don't want to do it, I don't give a damn who you are. I don't care. But I know what I bring. And it's not material, but I can help you get to material things. And I often would help people do things I would feel depleted, and I never really required anything in return because, I was just being myself. I didn't even realize how I was adding to every single fucking person that ever came into contact with me because it just wasn't a thing. I was just being me.
Being a little girl thinking, at nighttime I was always afraid of the dark. I slept with a nightlight or the TV on until I was about 28, 29 years old. And then Chance was like, listen, we got a little bit of money. We're going to get a TV with a timer on in the bedroom. So set it for 45 minutes. So you can go on and go to sleep by the time the TV cut off. That's a true thing for me. And so my sister used to tell me it was the boogeyman. And I believed it. And then I got older. I'm like, man, wait a minute, I should still be seeing the boogeyman at nighttime. But I would see shadows and I would see people. And,
me too.
And hear things and see things in my dreams that come to pass, or speak to people who I've never met before, but would tell me things, and I would go tell my mom and them, and they'd be like, "There's no way for you to know that." So that's been my entire life. And then I ran
That's
from
magic,
it for a
though.
while.
That's
It
some
scared
witchy.
me.
That's some witchy stuff.
But now I embrace it, and it's who I am.
So basically, what you're saying is, I was right.
Yeah, you're
No,
a witch.
It's called
Because
gifted.
you are gifted.
Y'all are saying the same thing with different words,
and I have
baby.
not read the book, and I knew.
Flex. And you're a witch, right? Like a what? You're a witch.
So the thing is, right, and this is what I always talk to you guys about, right? The term witch has a negative connotation. We all know that, right? But what does it mean? So a witch is a person thought to have magic powers. Of course, Google is going to say especially evil ones. A person who practices magic or sorcery, right? What is magic? Magic is the power of influencing the cause of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. What is a seer? Which Tabitha actually admitted to being. This is how she identified herself. This is what she said that she wrote in the beginning of the book that she published. And she wanted people to be aware of her gifts. But, she didn't want to call it anything else. She's more comfortable with saying she's a seer. What's a seer? Having supernatural insight to see what the future holds. Also a prophet, right? So supernatural is used in the definition of magic, and magic is used in the definition of witch. And I'm not saying that anybody should call themselves anything, because I don't like labels. I've been called a witch. Wiley done got up here and called me a witch real hard, real bad. I've been called all types of whatever. Men always say things like that about me because it's just, I guess, something about me that they're like, what the fuck is it with this bitch that I can't stop thinking about her, or I show up in people's dreams, or I always want to, try to come and be up in her face, even when we're done, and I know I shouldn't deal with her, and I try to move on, and I want to spin a block. If you have natural gifts, if you are talented, if you are gifted, if you are anointed, if you are an alchemist is being able to conjure and make things out of nothing. If you know how to work with the elements, if you have a green thumb, a lot of people cannot keep plants alive. Y'all do know that, right? A lot of people do not have that. That is something that's a sort of a type of a power as well. And they always want to attribute us yielding and wielding that type of power to it being evil. They do. They consider us black. They call evil, sorcery magic, witchery, black magic. You have to ask yourself why. And remember, I said, how do y'all think Haiti won and gained their independence? Do you think that they solely was using bows and arrows and all this? No. What do y'all think culturally we more directly relate to? Our ancestors, I could talk about my own, right? And I talk about this all the time. I had the privilege of knowing my great-great-grandmother. I grew up with my great-grandmother. My great-grandmother went to church. She also burned incense. She also had a dream book with symbols and numbers. She was into numerology. I don't even think she noticed or knew what the term numerology was, but she absolutely was a numbers girl. She believed in signs. She believed in synchronicities. She believed in alignment. She believed in karma. They were very superstitious. If you swept your foot with a broom, you had to spit on it. You couldn't put your hat on the bed. You couldn't put your bag on the floor because then that meant that you would be broke. If your right eye is itching, then that means that somebody is talking about you. If your right palm is itching, then that means that you got some money coming. If your left palm is itching, that means that you're about to pay some money out. There were so many different superstitions that I grew up with. And I would see her. She had a horseshoe over her door. She rubbed her hands with Florida water before she went to the casino. She was very, very lucky. She had prophetic dreams. Y'all know if you dream of fish, somebody pregnant, somebody got their club shot up. Pow, 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 pow. I grew up around a bunch of magic. My grandmother had a protection doll, but she also had a white Jesus hanging on the wall. A white Jesus. And I just need y'all to really think about that, right? I don't knock anybody's religion. I feel like you could believe in multiple things at one time. I feel like, honestly, as long as whatever it is that you do is rooted in good and being a good person and, you know, not raking up any devil and evil karmic debt, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. There's some people that call themselves witches and they use witchcraft or whatever it is that you want to call it, and it helped them get out of the dark spaces. It helped them to better their lives. It helped them to upgrade themselves. It helped them to believe in themselves. It helped them to, you know, create the life of their dreams. Why would you try to take that away from somebody or tell them that that's evil or tell them that they should not do that and they should do what you have been indoctrinated to do? And once again, we've all been indoctrinated to some degree. And like I'm continuously saying, I grew up going to church and also seeing magic. It just is what it is. What I lean more toward is I just call myself, you know, spiritual. I don't, and spirit literally is just to breathe. I'm breathing. I'm alive. I am of this world. I am a person. I know that I have power and I am not afraid of it. And I used to be. Now I step into it. Now I am more in control of what it is that I'm doing. I understand that everything around me is of my own creation, is of my own doing. Manifestation, all of that could be attributed to magic and alchemy. People just don't like these words because they have negative connotations. To be called a witch in our society has been deemed as something evil, something negative. So we don't like that word. We don't like it. So we rather call ourselves a seer, a prophet, an herbalist. All of these things, and we were in the fucking medieval times, would categorize us as a motherfucking witch. The Salem witch trial, it was literally women that were healing people with herbs. It was women that were outside in the woods, grounding themselves and, you know, getting powered by the earth. Dancing naked in the woods, barefoot in the woods. You're being powered by the earth. How is that evil? But because people don't understand something, it scares them and they demonize it. They demonize it so much, but they were also weaponizing it because they've been taking our customs, our practices, our beliefs, and using it against us. They've completely fucking disarmed us, and we've allowed it to happen. We've taken on other identities. We've allowed them to tell us who we were. We called our ancestors, oh, she crazy. Oh, she's saying that she Indian. Oh, she crazy. Why the fuck would you not listen to your great-great-grandmother over a person that wrote a fucking book that hates you, that's trying to oppress you, that does not want to see you win, that does not have your best interests at heart? Why would you listen to that? Who's writing all of the history books that we read? College graduate or fucking not? Who wrote it? Who prepared the course study? What do they look like? How do they feel about you? What is their intention for you? And that goes into everything that we fucking intake in this country. Magic is at the very fucking fabric, the very seam of this motherfucking country. When you look at Disney, for instance, and you see all of the magic that's fucking rampant in every cartoon that I had ever seen growing up, where does that come from? It stems from something. You think they just pulled that out of the fucking thin air? And then when you look into African folklore, when you look into African deities, when you look into Indian, Hindi, and Dravidian deities, who they all have magic. Praise dancing. Twerking is a fucking praise dance. That shit fucking strengthens and heals your womb. They overly sexualized it, so now we think about it as something that's bad. If your body is naturally rhythmically inclined to move a certain way, why would you go against it? Of course, I don't feel like people just need to be around twerking every goddamn or every second of the day. But when we get together and we naturally dance, what is your body's default setting? I was fucking twerking as a little girl. We didn't call it twerking. But it was, of course I saw it, but this is like a part of custom and culture. But everything that we do is always demonized. Isn't this because other people don't naturally possess what we possess? I can't fucking twerk and praise dance. So bitch, you shouldn't do it either. It's evil. It's bad. My hair don't grow up to the motherfucking sun. So you need to cover yours up and we're going to outlaw it. We're going to outlaw it. I burn in the sun. So your dark skin that can go out and work in the heat, we going to tell you that your skin is ugly and it's bad. It's unattractive. Your womb is stronger than mine. You can fucking have kids all over the goddamn place. So we going to introduce you to some shit that's going somewhere else. I'm not even going to go there right now. But I'm just telling y'all, do not be afraid of your motherfucking power. Please don't. And you can believe what you want to believe. You can have your religions. You could go to your synagogue. You could go to your church. You could go to your kingdom hall. You can do anything that you want to do. That is your right. But refrain from demonizing people that literally is tapping into our ancestral roots, ancestral habits, and ancestral patterns. That's all I'm going to say. Because it seems to be, on a grand scale, one group of people that's always demonizing everybody else. And telling everybody else that what they believe is bad and inherently evil. And you got to ask yourself why. Why on these plantations were we only allowed to go to a church? I'm not going to get into it because I know religion is tricky, and believe what you want to believe. I don't think that it's wrong if I get up here and say I believe God was a woman. Women are the only natural fucking creators on the motherfucking planet Earth. Did y'all hear what I said? And I don't give a fuck. Argue with your mother. Ain't nobody else out here at naturally creating, and that's why there's always a fucking war against women. It just is what it is. Indigenous people all around the fucking world is jet black, except for North America for some odd motherfucking reason. It's a scam. It's a motherfucking scam. You don't want to be called a witch? Great. You don't have to be called anything. But don't deny your abilities. Don't deny what you're naturally gifted at because of fear, indoctrination, and, because of being constantly told that it's wrong. The patriarchy made the man the head of the fucking government, the man the head of religion, the man the head of the household. It's just, we live in a world run by men, but we create men. Life starts in the womb, not in the fucking nutsack. And yeah, I said it, and I don't care what nobody gonna say. Sperm is a fertilizer. It's not a seed. Once again, a witch is a person thought to have magic powers, especially evil ones, because of course they want to call it evil. But people in the church, people in the kingdom hall, people that are Buddhists, they use their power to enact evil or good just as much as anybody fucking else. A person who practices magic or sorcery. Magic is the power of influencing the cause of events by using mysterious or supernatural forces. And a seer is supernatural insight to see what the future holds, and also a prophet. We got to stop being afraid of ourselves because of what we've been taught as children. And how do you change a community? How do you change the world? You don't fucking target the adults. You target the children. We're being reclassified. We're seeing it plain as day. How things are being reclassified, renamed, reorganized We're watching literally. I don't understand how this goes over everybody's head. We're watching history being changed right before our eyes. They're throwing away books in schools. They're changing the curriculum. Up is down, down is up, left is right, right is left, right is wrong, wrong is right. We're living through it. We're living through it. Look the fuck around. Y'all don't think hundreds and hundreds of years of being oppressed has gotten us to where we are now, to believing what we believe now, to thinking how we think now? Really, I just need everybody to put their motherfucking thinking cap on. And if we all tapped into our power, if we all tapped into source, if we all believed in what we had inside of us, we would be fucking unstoppable, especially melanin rich women. Especially us. That's why we are constantly beat down on. Because when you got a lot of fucking power and everybody around you see it, they don't want you to see it. Because when you know, and you start to know that you could do better, you could be better, then you don't need, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is these people? Bitch, you can't tell me shit. We are one of the greatest, if not the greatest power source on fucking planet Earth. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Who gonna check me? I don't care. And this is not even anything that I'm going to argue with anybody about. Like I said, believe what you want to believe, think what you want to think, do what you want to do. But mind yourself when you are putting down someone for tapping into their spiritual gifts. Mind yourself when you are trying to demonize someone, and mind yourself when you're trying to weaponize your religious beliefs against someone that is not completely in agreement with you. Because that's not okay. Enough is enough. We've been doing that enough to each other in our community because we've been taught the ways of colonizers that is not naturally the ways of old. It's not naturally the ways of our ancestors, and it's not naturally our way. And that's why a lot of us are in a constant state of confusion, anger, rage, mental fucking illness. It's because we're not living in our purpose and we're not naturally being ourselves. The food we eat, the shit we watch all day, the things we drink, the alcoholism, the fucking Popeye's chicken. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I'm of this world too. But we just need to work more toward balance. Balance. Okay, what y'all saying? And then we're going to move on to the next topic. You are talking facts up. Hey, the diva. Thanks, Boo. Mia, what the hell you talking about? Keith Sweat? What? What? Hey, Tiff. Yep. If the children, yep. They don't have to convince the adults. That part. That's how it happened. I told y'all African American was not even a fucking term until 1988. Black was not a thing. Black used to be derogatory. To call a melanin rich person black in the 50s and 60s and 40s was derogatory. You would get your ass beat if you call a melanin rich person black. These were not terms that we identified as. It's just not. And if you have elders in your family, talk to them, ask them, record them, interview them. Do it. I have my granddad. I got to find it. I got to figure out how to get it off of, I think it's in my like Google Play. But I have a video of my granddad talking about how he grew up, what he identifies as, you know, talking about his parents and his grandparents and what they were and what they look like. I have photos too. When I went to visit him, I took pictures from his photo album book. And I was like, wow, you know. And I have a friend now. He's from Senegal. We were just talking last night. He's in London, or is he in France? I don't know, but he lives like in Europe. And we were talking about like nationality versus culture. And, you know, he was like, yo, we was in America way well in the 1400s. We was already over there. I'm like, I know. But they don't want us to know that. Because if we knew that we own this motherfucker and we started revolting like they're doing in South Africa, then it would be a motherfucking problem. Could you imagine if all of us knew that these lands were owned by our fucking forefathers and our ancestors and our great-great-great-grandparents, and we were doing the work to actually get the land the deeds and the land allotments back? They would have a fucking problem. There would be an uproar. And this is why they keep tricking and confusing us and displacing us and renaming us. So y'all know any other culture, any other group of people in the fucking world that are going by two different continents? A country and a continent. Africa is a fucking continent. Africa is not a country. How the fuck are you? America is a country from North America, right? How the fuck are you a country and a continent? Bitch, I ain't never been over there. And this is not me saying that, you know, Africans weren't brought over here. That absolutely did happen. But by the droves and the way that they've explained it to us, I do not believe that to be true. A lot of us were already here. It is what it is. You argue with your mother. I'm not going back and forth with nobody. Do your own research. Look into it. It is what it is. I watched a documentary, I believe it was on BBC, and they found some earliest like female humane bones and remains, and it was in South America, and it was a melanin rich woman, and this didn't have shit to do with the cross of the tri-Atlantic slave trade. Did I just say tri-Atlantic slave? Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It does not make sense that indigenous people who are jet black all over the fucking world, in Asia and Europe, everywhere, but not here. Somebody is fucking lying. And why do we heavily rely on people that don't like us to fucking give us an identity? It don't like it. Make it what? What? It don't make sense. None of this makes any sense. It don't. And, you know, a lot of things that I think, a lot of things that I do, oh, excuse me. I just be like, damn, you know, especially when I was younger, because for the most part, I've always been this way. Like, I used to watch Ancient Aliens at the family functions, and my family used to be like, you're fucking weird. Like, who just sits there and watch Ancient Aliens? Like, I was always talking about the stars. You know, I was always moon fucking gazing. Like, I would just be up staring at the moon, paying attention to the moon phases. I wanted to run barefoot. Like, I was just always that kid. And I was ostracized for it. So I just didn't really relate to anybody because everybody was just so surface level. And I'm like, damn, like, where the fuck are my people? Shit. I can't talk about, like, yeah, we can talk about love and hip hop, but bitch, I want to talk about some other shit too. Teach me something. Pique my interest. Make me think about things in a different way. Show me a new perspective. That is what I like. That is attractive to me. Yes, that part. Honestly, I don't even like Lovely D. I don't even like the word native. I'm not, because, you know, the default setting of your mind automatically goes to people that look Asiatic. That have like a mongoloid type of aesthetic. And all of that was propaganda. You know, in the 70s, they would do these cowboy and Indian movies. And the Indians, they casted them to look a certain way. And, you know, when our forefathers were fighting for the right to vote, filling out contracts and paperwork, they really didn't know that they were giving up rights to their land. It was a lot of compromising that happened, and there was a lot of lies and manipulation that happened that they really didn't know. I don't think, even the whole civil rights, I don't think they knew what they were signing us up for. I don't think that they foresaw this. I don't think so. Because we would be way better off if we still had our own communities, and we were able to funnel money in our own, communities and amongst ourselves, the way that other communities come. I keep saying communities. I guess the word of the motherfucking night is community. But the way that other, cultures, they come over here, they set up whole fucking communities, neighborhoods, strips where it's just them with the stores. We don't have that because we forfeited our rights when we wanted to fucking, desegregate. And we should have just been separate but equal. Martin had a dream, but when Martin started to wake up, they assassinated him. Y'all never seen that video of Martin saying, they mechanized our farms, we coming back to get our land? They don't play us that. They just want us to hear him say they wanted little white girls and little white boys to be together. We didn't hear a lot of his speeches because they pick and choose. It's like an algorithm. The way we were taught is like like an algorithm. Bits and pieces of a larger pie. And the powers that be is in control of the algorithm. So they're controlling what you see. And, when I was a kid, I remember being in elementary when we used to do the Pledge of Allegiance every morning. I remember that. And then you couldn't do that anymore. I remember in the South, my cousins, they would have Bible study and stuff like that in school. Now you can't do that. It's against the law. We're literally living in a fucking simulation. It's like, okay, now we're going to switch the rules, even with the time. How the fuck you just decide we're not going to do daylight savings anymore? Who's running this shit? And everybody just lays down and take it like a motherfucking bunch of sheeple. We don't question because we've been programmed and conditioned to fall in line. And that's all school is. School is a fucking, you do need to learn, but making little kids who have ample amounts of energy sit in a fucking room and obey your command, raise their hand, be quiet, that's not natural. That goes against your nature. And what they do with the little boys that want to run around and act crazy, that's where the pharmaceutical company come into play. Boys by nature want to fucking run and play and explore. That's natural. Little kids naturally are antsy. It's not natural to force them to fucking sit in a room. And a lot of schools look like prisons. Do y'all notice that? Especially in the tri-state. None of this shit is real and none of it is natural. What we learn has absolutely nothing to fucking do with the real world. I can't tell y'all half the shit I fucking learned in high school. And I went to college later in life. And when I was there, I said, this is a fucking crock of shit. I didn't like it. Indoctrination at its finest. I remember I had a class. It was like a Western civilization class. And the fucking professor, first of all, he was talking about the Romans. He was talking about pedophilia. And he was saying, oh, yeah, that's the European way. Oh, the alphas, yeah, they love their little boys. Saying shit like this fucking Caucasian man. And mind you, I'm a grown woman at this point, but there's kids in there that's 18, 19, 20, extremely fucking impressionable. Then he had the nerve to say, when the colonizers came over to America, there was nobody living on this fucking land. He said it was a wasteland. He said it was deserted. He said there was no one here when the colonizers came over here. I dropped his class. I was like, I need a new professor. There's no fucking way I could sit through this without arguing him down to the nail. And college educated people are they tend to be the most indoctrinated. I'm just keeping it real. I know people don't want to hear this. I just couldn't. I was so disgusted. Why is he gloating about little boys being taken advantage of in ancient Rome? And why the fuck would he be telling these impressionable young people that there was nobody in America when the colonizers came over? Who the fuck taught them to tend to the land? Who helped them survive? And how, if everybody came over from there, how did they know how to tend? The land masses in countries in Africa is completely different from America. It's a scam. Somebody is lying. A lot of us have been lied to. Well, all of us have been lied to. White people too. That's why they think they. But enough of us is waking up, and I really do appreciate the state that we're in, especially women. And it's unfortunate, but our men, by a large grand scale, are not community minded, and we just have to accept that. But we are, and this is why we are the leaders and the pillars of the fucking community. Nobody want to say it. People get offended. It is what it is. And we're the scapegoat. Because I saw this man, I think I showed her this video. He said that, melanin rich men, they punch down. We're the only punching bags that they have. They can't take their grievances. They can't take their shortcomings. They can't take the inadequacies that they feel. They can't take, the self-hatred, the low self-esteem, the self-loathing, the feeling of being conquered. They cannot take that out on anybody else except for us. Because we're right next to them. And we're always mammying. We always there to pick up the pieces. We always there to help a nigga out. Then he get his funky ass online and say we ain't shit. And every other woman, no matter how much these women done got the fucking communities burnt down, done had them motherfucking locked the fuck up, unalived, from lying. They still, it's weird. They say that the men who raised these women, right? The very men that they call devils, oppressors, demonic, the man, their daughters is better for you than your own daughters? What the fuck? None of this, I swear, I just be like, what the fuck type of, what is really going on? Logically, that makes no fucking sense at all. The very person that you keep blaming the state of your ass not having a job or education, being locked the fuck up, being drugged the fuck out, being taken out of the home, the man, his daughter has your best interest. She's better for you. Does that make any sense? It makes no motherfuckers. It makes no sense at all. But, don't let the motherfucking door hit you on the way out. This is a good one. Anything to feel equal except for building and creating their own systems, their own infrastructure, building and creating their own governments. And I'm not saying dismantle the one that we have now, because in order to do that, we would need to partner up with Caucasian people. And that's not even necessarily a bad idea, because not all of them are bad and they don't give a fuck. They will stick it to the man. But they rather fight each other. They rather pow us. They rather pow the kids. They rather pow themselves than to actually go up against the people that they claim is holding them down. Why not fight and pow? If you don't give a fuck that much about your own life, right? And you're willing to pow yourselves, because they take themselves out by the droves. That whole black on black crime, that ain't got shit to do with us. And I'm talking about melanin rich women. If y'all know what I mean, we just got to keep it real. Y'all are okay with unaliving us and unaliving each other and unaliving your children. Why not go and do? I'm not inciting or saying that violence is. I'm not. This is not what I'm trying to preach. I'm just saying it does not make sense. Have that same energy for people that you fucking feel is holding you back and treating you like shit. Why not band together, create coalitions, do whatever the fuck you need to do, build an army, whatever, join forces, and go up against who you feel is holding you back. Don't that make sense? None of what the fuck the way they move is weird. Like, I just be like, what? It doesn't logically make any sense to me. I don't understand. But it's not for me to understand. I am not a man. I don't ever want to be a man. I love it here. I do. So now we're about to get into default setting, the default parent. And this is something that I've been seeing a lot, you know, in these TikTok streets. Oh my God. TikTok streets. And I see Caucasian women talking about default parent. And I came across a video. I came across two videos, but I didn't say one. But I got this video of one of us talking about default parenting. And I want y'all to hear the differences in how we speak about it. So I'm going to show the Caucasian ladies first, right? So mind you, this first woman that I'm showing you is a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't work, right? So mom of 6. Shouts out to Sharon A. Life on TikTok. And we're talking about default parents right now.
I'm a mother to 6, have been married 15 years, and my oldest is 13 years old. And I just now have experienced for the first time what it feels like to not be the default parent. And ladies, it is more glorious than any of us ever imagined. Now, how this all came about was a few years ago, my husband was like, hey, I want to sign all of our kids up for soccer and coach 2 teams. And I was maxed out. And I said, okay, listen, you can absolutely do this, but I want no part in this. I will not be responsible for knowing when practices are. I will not be responsible for knowing where cleats are, shin guards, socks, or jerseys.
She's talking about soccer practice, y'all. And her husband actually stepped up. We're not going to listen to all of this. I'm going to fast forward. He actually stepped up and took the kids to soccer practice, and he was coaching it because this is something that he wanted to do, right?
To not know, to not have it in my brain. And I just had no idea that it would be this big a deal to not know what was going on. It is amazing and glorious. And if you can make it happen, ladies, then you just give it to them and let whatever happens, happens. You got to let go. You got to not care if they're late. You got to not care if they're in not a jersey, just like a colored shirt. You got to just not care. And then when they ask, blah, 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 where's my jersey? Where's this? You say,
all right, let's go over to this next lady. So we've all heard of like married single moms. So a lot of women are married single moms. White women, especially because they're married, you know, statistically more than we are. However, they get to be stay-at-home moms. And a lot of them don't have to worry about going to work. Their only job is to take care and rear the motherfucking children and, you know, run the household. But that job in itself, from what they say, is a lot of work. And a lot of them be like, yo, I'd rather take my ass to work than I have to stay with the kids all day and take care of the family all day.
You know what's hard? Taking care of kids, little kids. You know what's not hard and not like a fucking dire need that has to get done right away is cutting the grass and washing the car. And there's legit research out there that shows men choose to do tasks that takes them out of the house. Interesting. There's men in the neighborhood that are constantly outside, whether it be like in their garage, out like fucking diddling in the yard. One day my husband goes, geez, like why are they always like outside? Why are they always like in their garage? I'm like, you know why? Because their wife and their kids are inside. That's why. You know what's hard? Taking care of kids.
Y'all hear what they're talking about? Mowing the lawn, taking the kids to soccer practice. Now listen to what one of us had to say about default parenting.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? So guess what? It's a lot of questions on what the default parent is. So I'm going to school you guys real quick on what a default parent is. And mostly it's the mom. 9 times out of 10, if it's the dad, he does not work. Makes sense. Okay, let's get into
Y'all
it.
hear what she said? She said 9 times out of 10 it's the mom, and if it's the dad that's the default parent, he does not work.
I am the default parent to my child, right? I love my daughter. I love my kid. I love everything about her. She's a princess. I'm so in love with her, right? But let me tell you what my default parental duties is versus her dad, right? When I go get my nails and stuff done, she has to 9 times out of 10 come with me. Or I have to call him, see where he's at, ask him for permission, basically, and say, hey, is it okay if I go and get my nails and toes done today? See, she's saying mommy right now while I'm filming. Mommy. What's wrong?
Notice how she said if she wants to go and get her nails done, she had, first of all, just hold on to the fact that she said if the man is a default parent, 9 times out of 10, he does not work, right? In Caucasian households, the woman is usually the default parent and she don't work. She does not work, period. But in our communities, the woman works and she's the default parent. Y'all.
Exactly. Nothing. Default parent. But when he gets her, he doesn't have to ask my permission to go to the bar with his friends. He doesn't have to ask my permission to go to work. He doesn't have to ask my permission when he has a meeting at work. He doesn't have to ask my permission to pretty much do anything. Right? He gets to walk out the door and he don't even have to look at me and say, hey, do you want me to take her with me or anything like that? He just leaves her with me, right?
See? This is why I said if I could be a motherfucking dad, I would have about 5 children. Dads just get the fuck up and go and don't have to ask. What? First of all, it's called parenting. Why do I have to ask you to watch your kid? I believe in open communication. If I want to go and do something and your funky ass ain't doing shit, I'm leaving. I'm not going to be like, is it okay? No, I'm going to be like, babe, what do you have to do today? You don't got nothing to do? All right, I'm going to go get my nails done and I'll be right back. Why the fuck do men automatically just get to like get up and go whenever they want to? They don't have to ask. They don't have to be like, babe, oh, I want to go and get my hair cut. This is what she's saying. And this shit is just like so many women that look like me have the similar story. I grew up with a lot of women that were the default parent and they worked and the men just didn't hardly do shit or all they had to do was work. Now, I'm going to just let her finish because this just, y'all.
And then, so now she's fully my responsibility, okay? And the default parent normally takes on the load of everything. So not only do I work full-time, I work 2 full-time jobs. I work 2 full-time jobs, and I also run a business. So that's 3 jobs. That's 3 jobs. In addition to doing...
She got 2 jobs in a business. Did y'all hear this?
On the laundry, in addition to cleaning up the house, in addition to also helping paying the bills whenever need be or whatever, which is mostly all the time.
Girl, you're going 50-50. You got 3 jobs. You're cleaning up the house. You're doing the dishes. You're cooking the food. You're rearing the children. Get somebody else to do it. It never gave that. This is why I ain't got this. Why look.
I'm the default parent. When I go out of town, she comes with me. When I go to the bar, she has to sit with me. When I go get something to drink, eat, go to the bathroom, whatever, she is 9 times out of 10 with me. Can I tell you the last time that I had a girl's day out to myself? Let me see. She's 4 years old, so probably about 5 years ago.
5 years. But notice how she said this man goes on vacations. This man goes out with his homeboys. And they going 50-50, she paying bills. Listen, and let me let her finish.
When I'm traveling and planning vacation, she's always on my roster with me. She's always in my budget. She's always in my pocket, and she's always in my car. I don't leave her anywhere. I don't do that. But when he goes out of town, he gets to go. He don't have to ask my permission. He doesn't have to ask if it's okay with me. He just goes.
He don't have to ask if it's okay. He just go. So this lady has not been on a vacation or even had a fucking girls' night in 4 years, y'all. 4 or 5 years. And this man goes out of town. Y'all.
But when I go out of town, I have to pack up a stroller. I have to pack up a tablet. Y'all saw the video. I have to pack up snacks. I have to pack up everything. Him, he can go out of town and he can go and stay for days. And don't even ask if I'm okay with that. Because I am the default parent, I carry the largest load. And that is what being the default parent is. Please, let's not.
Exactly, to whoever said that's 90-10, that part. And that's why I usually say 80-20. I don't really believe in 50-50 relationships, especially if you have children. The woman is always the fucking mule. She's the workhorse. She's doing the majority of everything.
Diminish their roles. Please, let's not say, hey, that's not what's going on. Hey, that's not what's happening. The only moment that I get any freedom is when I hired a babysitter and when I hired a housekeeper. And all of those things are being paid for by me because I
Wait, did y'all hear it? The only time is when I hire a housekeeper, when I hire a babysitter, and all of those things are being paid for by me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'd rather fucking kick rocks in a goddamn, I don't even know where. Where is the rockiest place where I can hurt my toes? Where I'm kicking it. I'd rather walk over hot coals than to do this. I'd rather drink the ocean water with a plastic fucking straw than to do this. I'd rather count rice grains one by one for a family of 5 than to do this. You paying for everything for your child. And I know she's paying for the fucking bulk of the household because she has 3 fucking jobs. 3. A business and 2 clock in, clock out jobs. And then somebody also says 4 jobs. 4 because taking care of a house is a fucking job. I babysat and that shit is fucking a lot of work. Kids are a lot. And she got a man that just get to come and go as he's pleased, do whatever the fuck he want. He probably out stunting with his nice clothes and his nice car that she probably helped pay for. Like he that nigga when he go out of town to go get some new coochie because that's what they be doing.
just couldn't take on the duties anymore after working 2 jobs and taking care of her full time. And let's wait. We still got some more default things. Listen, also too, he picks her up from school, right? But guess what? I work from home. So when he picks her up from school, guess who gets her? Me. Now she's playing mommy. Yes, baby.
So
Tired.
This woman is still working, actively clocked in, and this man does not even fucking take care of his kid while she's still working. What the fuck are we insane? I keep saying the Caucasian women is in a mental state of psychosis. We must be too. Something the fuck ain't right. Bitches is losing it. She losing me. She's fucking it. I'm lost in the sauce. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. It's a motherfucking scam.
What's wrong? Yeah. So he picks her up and brings her to me while I'm still working my 2 jobs. That's the default parent. That's our roles. Look into it. And he gets to go out of town, do what he wants, work for days, and don't come home and don't acknowledge anything. He doesn't have to do laundry. He doesn't have anything. And I just hired a landscaping guy to do our lawn. So then that duty has been taken away from him as well. Yeah. That's what being the default parent is. Please don't diminish our roles. Please don't say we're tripping. Please don't say we're doing that, because the only way that a woman is supposed to be fully, let me say this, it's supposed to be fully taking care of the kids and everything be on her, is if she does not work. And I'm here to tell you that I work 3 jobs. And I am always a default parent. She is always with me. It's never a time when I can't, I can go someplace by myself. I can do things by myself. It's never a time that when I'm at the nail salon, she can't go, she doesn't go. She's right up underneath me. But he gets to frolic around and do what he wants. Now y'all tell me if that pretty much sums up default parent.
Bitch, that sums up El Stupido. El Fulio. I wish the fuck I would. Ain't no, I'm telling y'all, I'd rather get 25,000 cats than to live like 3 jobs. And I'm paying for childcare. I'm washing your clothes. She said this man don't have to do laundry. I'm cooking. Yeah, shame. I don't want to shame her. I feel a little bad, but sis, you got what? Girl, it's no fucking way. It's no way. There is no way that I'm going to give a fucking nigga my womb, my most prized possession, and live with him. and he's not helping take care of his kid, and I'm taking care of him, and I'm working 3 jobs, and I haven't gone on a vacation or out by myself in 4 years, 5 years, and he gets to come and go as he please. He goes to work, he stays out for days. Bitch, where is your pride? Where is your ego? What? And she like, oh, and I just paid for a landscaper, so that's another job you don't gotta do. You're paying for everything. She's probably paying way more of the living expenses than him, but she just didn't want to say that because it's humiliating. And she probably is not even she probably ain't even married to his ass. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing it. I'd rather really, honestly, to God, y'all, I would rather be fucking single. I'd rather be single and wait and play with my nieces and nephews and be the rich auntie. Fuck it. Call me the fly rich auntie. I'm not doing it. I wish I would. I wish I fucking would work 3 jobs to have a man laying beside me and I'm his fucking slave, because that sounds like some slave shit. You never get a break, ever. Only when she's in school, daycare, or when you're paying for somebody to watch her, and he just gets to fucking live scot-free. Being a fucking dad, it sounds like a fucking a cakewalk. And like I'm always saying, there's so many of us that have similar stories to what this lady just fucking said. And if everybody got their asses on the internet and kept it real about what's really going on in their fucking household and what their day-to-day life is really fucking like, it would sound extremely similar to that. Not like the white women talking about, oh, he's taking them to soccer practice. I get to sleep in. He's outside mowing the lawn. I get to sleep in. Or I have to take care of the kids, but, you know, he pays all the bills. We literally fucking go to work, take care of the children, run a household, and take care of these niggas. Get some fucking body else to do it. I'm not doing it. It never gave that, and I don't give a fuck. I'll be sneaking linking for the rest of my motherfucking life. Be getting me some dick on the side forever, if that's what the fuck it takes to be married. Bitch, what? Oh! 3 jobs. And a baby. And he don't help do shit. And I got to pay for No. Nope. It never gave that. Yup. Pink tink. All men want that. And that's why they always say, well, you're going to be lonely. You're going to die alone. You're going to be a cat lady. Bitch, bring the cats. Take me to Petco, bitch. Take me to Petco. If that's what the fuck marriage and having a man requires, all of that, they never gave that. I don't want it. I don't want to say where the fuck you at. I don't want it. Running a business, 2 clock-in jobs, running a household, paying for childcare. My child got to go every fucking way with me. I would go insane. I would lose my shit. Especially living this fucking long, like with my freedom. Oh, bitch. What? Oh, no. And he just gets to like continue to live his life without a fucking hitch, not even lifting a finger to help me out. And I'm still working. He picks her up from school and brings my child to me while I'm still literally fucking working. What the fuck? What? Bitch, take me to go get some litter boxes. Where the cats at? Bring the motherfucking cats on. Sign me the fuck up. Some cats and a rose toy. That sounds way better than that shit. Just to say, I got a man. I got a man. Bitch, no. Hell to the no. To the no. Hell no. We need to wake up. They're using us. They're abusing us. Literally, women are out here slaving for men. Slaving for men. Workhorses for men. We got to take our power back. We have to. I'm not perfect. I done been at the ghetto toxic motherfucking circus. I done told y'all that time and time again, but a bitch ain't got her eggs cracked, and a bitch ain't staying there, and a bitch ain't living with no nigga. A bitch ain't taking care of no nigga. It never gave that. Because who doing that? The thrift queen, you doing that? Who is working 3 jobs? Honestly, she'd be better off just being with her, like a single mother. Because she is a single mother, but she probably would have more money in the bank, and she probably could find a man that would actually help her out if she was single. It gives kick him to the fucking curb. Yes, Norris, those type of men are selfish. That part. 3 jobs, y'all. 2 clock in, clock out jobs. A business, a mom, and you running a whole household. And he won't even give her a break to go and get her fucking nails done. And it shouldn't even be called giving a break. That is your child. Why do these scrub the ground ass niggas get to watch their children? Why isn't it called parenting? I wish I would be laid up with a man and we together, we in the same house, and we have a kid together, and he's not doing anything, sitting on the couch, and I have to pack my child up and take my child with me to go and run an errand. Get the fuck out if I have to do that. Get the fuck out, hit the road, Jack, and I don't want to see your ass, and I'm taking you for child support. And that's how that's gonna go. So now when I need to pay for certain things, I'm gonna use your child support check to pay for me a sitter, to pay for me somebody to help me with the domestic work. I'm gonna take you for child. That's what I'm doing, and I don't give a fuck. Don't argue with me. Argue with your motherfucking mother, because what? Y'all, that took me the fuck out. I can't, y'all. I can fucking not. We deserve so much better. We deserve so much better. We can do so much better, y'all. Like, this shit make me want to cry, because I just think about how many of us, and I'm always saying us because I'm a melanin rich woman too, how many of us are fucking living like this, suffering in fucking silence, bruv. Miserable, hating our lives, yo. Like, so fucking many. So fucking many. It enrages me, y'all. It really does. Like, it sucks. Then they get up on these podcasts with their stupid looking asses and say shit like this. Funky asses get their funky asses up on these podcasts, knowing damn well in real life, women are going 80 fucking 20. Bitches is putting gas in niggas' cars and paying for their haircuts. And they on their motherfucking cell phone bill. They on their motherfucking line. Okay, shouts out to 310 in the chat. Woo woo. Make sure y'all pay my motherfucking entry fee to my house and hit the motherfucking like button. Don't play with me, play with your daddy. So they ask, what is your purpose as a woman? If we remove degrees, your career, and material things, what do you bring to the table? Just say you want a man. Just say you want to be doing the bending and fucking go. Enough is enough.
Let's get on
Let's
that.
talk about it.
I don't know what I'm asking.
Let's talk about it.
Are you married?
No.
He
Why?
doesn't want to get married.
man.
Oh, let him speak.
Listen.
Oh yeah, don't be asking.
And he not even married. He's not married. He done made a woman the statistic. It always be these scrub the ground ass niggas for me. It's that part.
Advocate for the
Yeah.
man.
There we go.
Yeah.
What happened? don't want to be
I'm
married.
gonna tell you why. Number one, I don't want to be married. If you marry any of these Western modernized women, you're a fool because you ain't getting a real wife, not a traditional wife.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're doing the modern marriage type of thing where y'all making them new modern rules, okay, that's different. But if you're looking for a traditional marriage, you're not getting it here, which is why passport bros are a thing, and guys are going to get foreign women that are raised with tradition.
So look, you're not gonna get a traditional woman here. We just fucking saw this woman sit the fuck. She's not a traditional woman because you will not allow her to fucking rest in her fucking femininity. She has to fucking take on masculine traits. She has to be head of household. She has to go out and make money. Because guess what? Your funky asses is falling short. And she got to show up in her fucking feminine for her kid. We don't get to just be traditional. These men always want a traditional woman, but they ain't fucking traditional.
Traditional beliefs. The traditional belief system here, dead, over with. It's a wrap. Number two, a man's success isn't defined by marriage. A woman's is.
Okay.
Our success is defined.
A woman's success is defined by marriage. It's a scam. We have to stop listening to this bullshit, y'all. We have to stop listening to this bullshit. We bring life. We bring life. We bring life to men. We revive men in a lot of instances. We are the energy bearers. And they keep lying and scamming us into thinking that they are the fucking prize. Do y'all know that the oldest fucking currency exchange was in exchange for a fucking woman? Do y'all know that indigenous tribes all over the fucking country, you have to pay fucking dowry to marry the girls of that family? It's only here that these fuck ass niggas want to be bad bitches. They want to swear they the fucking prize. They know they're not. It's a fucking scam. This patriarchy bullshit is a scam.
By the success we create for ourselves. Your success is defined by, can you get a husband? Did you procreate? Because let's just say, even if you got rid.
Your success is defined by, can you get a husband and can you procreate? And that's why so many of us are suffering in fucking silence with scrub the ground ass husbands just to say I got a man, because it's niggas up here like this that ain't made nobody a motherfucking wife. But I could bet my bottom fucking dollar he done made a baby mama. I bet my bottom dollar he done made a baby mama. But he ain't make nobody no motherfucking wife. He gonna sit up here and say your success is defined by, can you get a husband? Can you get a man? When the fuck has having a husband been really, beneficial to us? Like, come on. Some of us, few of us, let me use that word, may have successful marriages, but the majority?
Rich. If you never procreated as a woman and was a mother, you're a failure. Because you were put here for a man and to repopulate the earth.
He said you was put here for a man. And to repopulate the earth. Look at him. Who the fuck want him? Ain't shit about him attractive.
To reproduce.
So you a failure if you cannot create children?
No, I ain't gonna say if you can't. I'm saying if you can and you don't.
Oh, don't.
Right. So even if you go get all the money and all that shit, what does that mean for real? Because this whole thing is only a thing because we agree. If we remove jobs, money, everything, and get back to the root of what we were as humans just before all of this, then what's your purpose now? If I take your career away, if I take your degree away, what's your purpose as a woman?
What essential skills do you have to?
No, fuck essential skills. Man. What is your purpose?
Yo, they be swearing like having a degree and having a career don't mean shit. But then the most fucking hypergamous of any fucking body, they sit up here talking about what you bring to the table. Now, if I said, oh, I'm nurturing, I'm kind, I'm smart, I'm fine, I can cook, I can clean, then they're going to be like, oh, bitch, you just a leech. You just want to live off of me and the money that I don't have. You a gold digging bitch. You don't want to work. You don't want to do shit. I can't stand y'all.
Purpose now. Because women are putting purpose in careers. They're putting purpose in money, lifestyles. If we remove all of that, we're just human.
You talking about if we remove all of that, bitch, this is the fucking way that we're living. This is the reality that has been created by men. So we have assimilated. We have not had a choice, especially in this motherfucking country, but to work because y'all fell short.
Is on earth. What's your purpose now? What defines your success now? You can't fall on your career, can't fall on your degree. There's no Birkins, no nothing. We just humans. What's success now as a woman?
Oh, you're asking me.
What's success as a man if all of this were to go away? What would his dusty behind bring? Because if it was none of this matrix shit going on, then you really would have to fucking step up and be an alpha male. You really would have to protect your tribe. You really would have to be the fucking pillar and the head of your community. You can't even fucking do that living in this motherfucking matrix. So how the fuck would you fare if all of this was stripped away? You're under the rule of thumb by another group of men. What would you do? What would your role be as a man if all of this was stripped away? Would you fight? Would you go to war? Or would you lay down and take it the way that you are these days? Woo!
Yeah, I'm asking.
I don't know.
Is that for all the women?
To
No,
procreate, to make.
Thank you.
There you go. I thought it was.
No, not for just that's what I said.
That part, I would have been like, can you build a house? Do you know how to start a fire using a stone and sticks and stones? Do you know how to carve out, objects from stone? Do you know how to fuck? When's the last time you chopped wood, my nigga? When's the last time you went camping? Can you hunt? Can you capture game so we can fucking eat? Do you know how to fish with your bitch ass? No, you don't. So shut the fuck up.
I kept saying in my head like procreate.
Oh, okay.
If we're in the fucking
I'm
woods
thinking
and the
that-
huts and the villages, what you gonna get back into your natural role? All that boss bitch energy, all that shit going out the window. You going back into your feminine, back into what you were created for. Naturally, you have to.
Yeah.
But that's not where we are today.
No
though.
one.
Lord, I don't think I would ever want to go on a podcast with any man like this because I probably would get kicked out. They probably would be like, "Oh, you gotta go," and I wouldn't engage. I probably wouldn't engage because I would just be looking at them like, "El stupido, this is beneath me. I'm not even gonna engage." When is the last time you built a fucking house? Let's start there. Let's start the fuck there. When was the last time you delivered a baby? Because if we were in our natural habitats, your ass would have to, come on.
No, but I'm saying,
No,
I know where we at.
I get what you're saying.
I know where we at today.
Yeah.
But don't be blinded by where you are today and forget about the core. Because that's when we get blinded by the surface level. It's deeper than the surface.
Mhm.
And he's saying why he's not married.
Right.
Yeah,
why I'm not married.
That's why he's not married.
Yeah, I'm not.
So you're never.
Because it's not
Never.
traditional. Women are not
One,
barefoot and pregnant.
the only way I would be married is like if we without a court system, like we came up with an agreement for us. Because number one, why do I need to go to an Americanized court system to prove my love for you?
Also,
You do everything else in an Americanized system. You ain't got no motherfucking systems of your own. It's just like they always using convenience. They always using things for their convenience. Now all of a sudden you ain't doing shit within the government. Your bitch ass pay taxes, don't you? You got a license. Why can't you just fucking get your ass on the road and drive down the road without a motherfucking license? You a part of this motherfucking system just as much as anybody else. But when it comes to marriage, that's where you draw the line.
so too, it's
And
the
get some
chef off
people
of
like
someone's debt. So the wife dies before you. If she was in college, her student loans falls on your debt.
Yeah.
All that type of stuff. It's really the shuffle debt, and that's what a lot of people. And that's another thing y'all was talking about marriage earlier. For women, it benefits y'all too as well because if that man dies, which typically men die before men, you get his retirement, you get his SSI, whatever the case may be in this bank, it falls to y'all. So really, y'all should try to marry someone who has a higher stature, that has money, because in the long term, your lineage will have more money. Your children, the one that you chose to choose. That's why when she said the McDonald's versus the bun guy, you should always want to choose somebody who has more money or something to give you guys because it benefits you and your family.
I just feel.
That's your reality. That's
Oh, that shit just fucking made me have a headache. I can't. They get up here, they swear they want a traditional woman. They ain't traditional. Then if you ain't got no motherfucking money, they gonna call you a broke down hoe, a glizzy fucking, a boom back ass bitch. I don't know where glizzy came from. I don't know why I said that. Who be saying, Storm be saying glizzy. Storm, where you at? Hey, Storm. They gonna call you every fucking thing under the sun if you don't have anything going for yourself. But when you do, that's a problem because now you're not a natural woman. You're not in your natural state. You're not invested in your femininity. You can't win for losing with like, just say you want to get something up the ass and go. I'm so tired. I'm tired of women being blamed for men's shortcomings. It's getting played the fuck out. Or like you gonna die alone. You defined by if you could get married. No, the fuck you're not. They lie to you so that you choose they bum ass. It's a scam. It's a motherfucking scam. All right, I'm gonna open up the call lines for a little bit. Oh dang. Yeah. Okay. So for like 10 more minutes, if anybody want to call up, we can do that. If not, I'm gonna skedaddle. Y'all know y'all my motherfucking aces. And we could talk about, you know, the topics that we talked about tonight. But then don't give you no rights and sabotage you every chance they get. They don't want to get married, so when they go to the hospital, they have to call their mama. Ooh. Right? You will not die alone unless you want to. That part, powerful Empress. They are never satisfied. They are the problem. Yep. What do men bring to the table? And I lived with my high school sweetheart for a little bit, and we were splitting things. This is when I was in my earlier 20s, right? And he thought that I was gonna wake up and make him breakfast and fucking clean up behind him, and all he had to do was just help me pay bills and rent. And I was like, well, what is a man supposed to do then? And his mother used to tell me, oh, it's a woman's job to, you know, make sure her man is fed, and it's a woman's job to like make sure everything is good. And I used to be like, well, what is a man supposed to do if money is not sexist and money runs both ways? What the fuck is he supposed to do? Just bring half of the money and sit the fuck down? What? I didn't like that. And after that, I said I would never do this again. I would never do this again. If I ever live with a man, he got to pay the overhead. This is not me saying that I will not help. This is not me saying that I don't want to do shit because this is my work, y'all. I'm building a motherfucking media empire. I will have me some merch. I will have me some products. I will be endorsing products. I will be having sponsors. I'm speaking this into existence because this is what the fuck I'm bringing toward me. Because I deserve that. And I'm earning it. And I'm worth it. And it only makes sense. So it's not like I'm a woman that doesn't want to do. I wouldn't feel fulfilled if I didn't do shit. I just wouldn't. But I'm not about to be fucking out here working 2 and 3 jobs for a nigga, and all he do is just go to work and don't do shit else. It never gave that. What's up, Mia?
Hey, boo. Hey, love bugs. Girl, you got me fired up this go round, girl. Honey. Girl. What she got a man for? For what? For what?
I don't know.
3 kids with the same loser? Who's doing that?
With 3 jobs.
That poor thing. I hope she was exaggerating just a little bit. Just a little, because that sounds miserable. Miserable. Did she say that was her husband, or that's supposed to be just to be the baby daddy?
Honestly, I don't think they were married because she didn't say my husband. And the way she was in her bag, like I feel like she was kind of gloating, saying that she had a business and 2 jobs. She was wearing it as a badge of honor. And don't get me wrong, be successful. We all deserve to get to it. But not if you have a fucking man. That has to be exhausting.
Exhausting. That beyond exhausting. No shade, but her lace was a little exhausted. I could tell she was tired. Did you peep her lace? Oh I'm sorry, ma'am. She
Oh
looks
my God. Oh,
exhausted.
that face was exhausted. I
It did. It didn't even look like she had the time to really pay attention to
cannot.
herself before she. No, no.
Oh my God.
No, I'm not being shady because if I click this video on, trust me, I look like I've been partying all cancer season. You feel me? It's just it's just sickening. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't play with my baby father. Honey, he got him right now. He'll have him again, and that's what we're going to do. You're gonna learn to live your life in that order. We're not doing that. We're not. We're not. And I don't understand how they do. I can't you cannot do it all. And then the children will suffer because they need that feminine energy and that masculine energy. As long as it's not hurting the child, there's no reason why we can't make these men step up.
That
It's
part.
ridiculous.
We always giving them a pass. Always.
Ain't no passes over here.
To the sob story and it's the man got me down and the man took me out the household. Well, bitch, fight back. You keep talking about you an alpha. Why you keep letting the man take you away from your family and your kids? It's because it ain't no motherfucking imaginary man that's doing that. They doing it because they.
That is definitely the truth. Like this, you coming back this time with this overshadow all the celebrity mess. I'm looking at your chat. You had like 300 and some people in your chat. Girl, this your niche right here, baby. I'm watching you grow. I'm here for it. Yeah.
So
Run
we need
it
to talk
up.
about witches and scrub the ground house fathers. Ooh, a fly in my face.
But I think Tabitha is like Christian. I think she kind of rebuked that a little bit. She didn't want that. I guess because of the negative connotation of it all. I don't think she wanted to. But she still is. She got a little witchy stuff going on with her. I mean, I don't. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We just got to get out of that mind frame. I still hold on to some of that Christian nature though, because anything that can guide you to do better in life.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not in a religion or religious, but it is what it is. You gotta take everything with a grain of salt. It's versions, it's stories. It's been taken out and put into canons, and then out of the canons is how we got the books of the Bible. Oh, don't get me started. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm watching you come up, girl. All the flowers. I'll be messing with you in the chat.
Wow, thank you so much, Mia, for coming up.
Yeah, bye. Bye, love bugs. Love to y'all.
Right, later, boo. Why that fly had to fly in my face like that, y'all? They trying to embarrass me out here. It's because they don't like what I'm doing. Hey, Kay. Let me see. Can you hear me? I don't know what happened. It says that you're not connected anymore. I don't know what happened. And then you was muted. Okay, I don't know what happened. Whew. All right, let me repost it just in case y'all didn't see it, since I got my GoFundMe posted. Okay, let's try it again. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Hey, I can. How are you tonight? Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you. What's up?
So, I kind of caught your live a little bit late, but I definitely felt like we were connecting on some things because I feel like even outside of men, I think that people in general can be ungrateful and they can just be kind of just unappreciative. You know what I mean? And that trickles down to parenthood, to sisterhood, to brotherhood, to blase blase. You know what I mean? And if people are not holding each other accountable or they don't recognize what love is, or they don't know what love is. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of things can slide. You get what I'm saying? So it could be so easy for women. How we ain't got no rights, but we feeding y'all, and we, you know what I mean? Like, keeping the kids out the way, whole empire. That's why you're like, I think you said something about built, and I was like, built, not created. There's only one God. Like, don't get it twisted. Built, not created. Humble yourself, come back down to earth. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, we all contribute. We all have a purpose. We're all in this together. And I just don't understand how, when it comes to having a union, you would want to disregard anybody. Or,
what did you mean built, not created? What did you mean by that? It kind of went over my head a little bit.
I mean, built, not created. Like, you use your resources. You know what I mean? You wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't make this world. You didn't, what Tupac say? Like, I was given this world, I didn't make, something like that. Like, you use your resources. Same thing with women. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, how we don't even got no rights, and we giving y'all whole PPE, or, we keeping the kids out the way. But yeah, y'all still found a way to create this empire and be sneaky and disregard us, and, have all this other stuff going on. You know what I mean? And then also not give us rights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh.
No, I was gonna say it's just crazy how this whole world and the system and everything is set up.
And that's what I'm saying, is like gratitude. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you have rights or you don't have right. It's just being thankful. You know what I mean? Like, cause what is it really about? You know what I mean? Is it really about, love? Is it really about gratitude? Is it really about faith? Is it really about, prosperity, abundance, stability, balance? You get what I'm saying? You gonna, like, count your blessings. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. You want to hold somebody back and hold your ball. I don't know what they say, like, hold your balls or whatever they be saying. Like, be the big man on campus, I guess.
Okay.
I don't do all that, but for what though? Like, that's weird. That's odd behavior. That's strange.
I think
you know
it's like an ego thing for men for the most part. Like you're talking about, like the holding the balls thing, and like kind of it's like an ego thing. That's the only thing
Well, they be so bold to get down on that one knee, and then also be so bold to house they whore and their slut and their mistress. Like, that's a whole lot going on. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
oh, go ahead. Sorry, let me let you get your last point out.
No, go ahead. Like, if we can end it here, I know there's probably a lot of people waiting, but I just wanted to put that in, because I'm not bashing or nothing like that. But that's my main point, was like gratitude and faith and like union. Like, it doesn't have to be a war. It doesn't have to be we're at odds. It doesn't have to be anything. Like, it don't have to do with nothing. It should be more collaborations. It should be more understanding. It should be more faith. It should be more, levitation. You get what I'm saying?
I agree with the levitation part. Thank you so much, boo. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
Hey, lady.
I got love Jones. Sparkle is in the building. Now, what's going on? I love Jones. What is going on with this Amanda lady? Lady, you better shut up, because people are not witches. Everybody's not a witch. Everybody is not, these people. And see, I don't like to start this, because women, they build this narrative that, natural women are naturally competitive with each other, and I guess it's friendly competition for some. But Amanda, stop. Just stop. Please just stop. Tabitha is who Tabitha is. Tabitha's happily married. Tabitha is not thinking about, all this drama, shenanigans. I cannot. But I gotta love you. for you. Love Jones, you are living, loving it. Didn't I read down? I read again on AT2 show. That thing got read down again. I'm sick of that monstrosity, girl. Miss Diaper Booty wrong. Yes, girl. And like these people, I don't know. Oh, girl, I'm tired. Let me go back to sleep because I'm half drunk anyway. Still, child, I can't.
Thank you for calling in.
I love you, girl. How you doing? Yes.
Hey, Coco. You gotta unmute your. Okay.
Okay, this is my first time calling in. I am what you call a looky-loo. But I do appreciate this conversation. One thing I can say about you, I'm going to give you your flowers real quick. I have been watching you grow. I appreciate the conversations. I love when Mia comes up and she's like such a sister to you. I don't know if you ever met her, but I think you need to meet her because I think you guys would be like besties. Now, about this the lady that says she worked 3 jobs and she had a kid and she was doing pretty much everything like I don't know if she's married, but she was doing everything like a single mom. Mm-hmm. I was confused about, and I wanted to know more because I wanted to know how was he like before you had a kid with him? Was he helpful with other things? Did you live with him beforehand? Because why would you make a choice to have a kid with someone that does not help? And me speaking from, me and my husband, we do not have kids and we're not 50-50. He pays majority, matter of fact, he's at work right now. He has 2 jobs. So we're a team. So I'm very confused about why women would put themselves in a position where they're doing everything by themselves. And it's like, is this what you thought was, what did you think was going to happen? Did you not look deep before you leap? I forgot who said that, but I think it was like Judge Maybelline or something like that.
I agree. Lots of times I think women feel like a baby is going to change a man for the better.
True.
You know, women, I don't know why, but usually however a man is before you guys have a child is how he's going to be while you have a child. If anything, a child, it will make things worse because it'll just be more of a burden on you, you know? And people think they're in love. And y'all know we be dignitized. You know, when that's good, you let them shoot the club up. When it's too good, and you be all crazy and whacked out of your mind. You be like, I'm gonna try to hold on to this, whatever I gotta do. Like, and we give our power away, unfortunately.
That's true. And this is my last comment. The man and the man that was talking about having a traditional woman and things like that, about not getting married and things like that, I believe he would have benefited from a woman of like yourself that's outspoken, that's educated, because those other women that were on the panel, they laughing and sniggling and giggling. It's like, where's your voice? He's talking down on women, and what does he have? What does he do? What makes him so doggone special? So it's just like, as women, we need to learn how to use our voices in those type of panels. If not, then don't say nothing. Just sit there. Because that was completely useless for them to be there and get belittled.
It was embarrassing.
It was very embarrassing.
A lot of us go on these platforms and we don't advocate for ourselves. We don't stand up for ourselves. And we really allow these men to basically son us and tell us that we're beneath them. They're the prize. We're going to hit the wall. We're going to end up alone and cat ladies. And none of these men be married. They don't even have girlfriends half the time.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Do you think that a lot of men sometimes talk out the side of their ass? Because does he even know what some of the terminology he was using? I'm like, does he even know what he's talking about?
Most of the time they don't. And they rely on the fact that whoever it is that they bring onto their platforms don't know either.
That's true. And that's very dangerous.
Yep. They be shouting out statistics that ain't nobody ever even made. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Nobody fact checked them.
No.
So they get away with it.
Yeah, I was sitting there like you. Sometimes I watch you and you punch the screen. Girl, I want to grab this TV and just throw it out the damn window. I said, this is just ridiculous. And it's so many platforms like this, and men are speaking on us like this, and it's sad.
Yep, and we bring them here. That's the part.
That's true. That's true. Well, I'm gonna let you go. God bless you, and I appreciate your platform.
Bye. Have a good night, boo.
Bye. You too.
She was so right, though. You know, we bring them here. What the fuck do you mean? What do I bring to the table? Without a womb, none of us would be here. And the other caller, Kay, she was saying, you know, God, I didn't really understand how she was coming off. I was like, is she coming for me? I didn't get it. That's what I was trying to understand. But she was like, you know, built, not created. I didn't really get it. But for the most part, a woman's body is literally a portal that ushers in spirits into this physical plane. You could attribute it to God. You could believe in whatever it is that you want to believe in. But without a womb, without a woman's body, without our blood, without an umbilical cord, without our belly button, without our internal organs, humans would not be created. And even though they're trying to recreate and they're trying to make artificial wombs, we are still the blueprint, and they still need us as test subjects in order for any of this to work. And it just is what it is. It just is what it is. Exactly. We like, oh, what do a woman bring? I would have been like, didn't your mother, is your mother a woman? Would you be here without your mother? No. That's it. Case closed. Case closed. And real men know exactly what a woman brings. A real man knows exactly what he can gain from a woman. He knows exactly what he can give to a woman. And that's the thing too. When a man is constantly has his hand out to women, and he's always saying, what could you get from me? What could you do for me? That is very feminine. I always tell y'all, these niggas want to rest in their femininity. A coochie is shaped like a wallet. It's shaped like a fucking purse. Our anatomy is meant to receive. Men are supposed to give. You give your fertilizer to the egg. That's how this goes. Men are supposed to give. Men are naturally supposed to work hard, laborious jobs. That's why they don't need as much sleep as us. Y'all don't realize men don't require as much rest. Men literally can go and go for hours and literally sleep like 2 or 3 hours and get up and go. It's because physically they're meant to do the physical labor, not us. We're supposed to, you know, hey, people could believe whatever the hell they want. I look, I'm not here to argue with nobody in their beliefs. We are all entitled to believe and to think what we want. It is what it is. I just can't with these guys. Dang, we've been up here for a while, y'all. All right, I'm gonna post it again, and then we gonna say bye. Y'all, I'm so hungry. Like, I have not had anything except for that croissant earlier. Trying like not to eat. I think I might have salad, and I'll be up for a few more hours because I'm a night owl. So it's not like I'm even gonna like go to sleep on it. And like I said, I bought a big watermelon. I'm gonna cut that open when I get off here, slice it up, and that's what I'll be eating for the next few days. In addition to like a salad. Ooh, y'all know, so I bought pickled beets, right? I know that sounds crazy, but they actually taste good. It's kind of sweet. And I season it like, and I put it like on the side. And I bought pickled asparagus. Y'all ever saw or heard of that? Pickled asparagus. And I have been looking for pickled okra. I've been seeing that be a thing on TikTok. I've been looking for that. If y'all know where I can find that, let me know. Well, we probably, first of all, shout out to 256 of y'all still rocking with me right now. Make sure y'all paying the entry fee to my house and hitting the motherfucking like button. Make sure you're subscribed because a lot of y'all is Looky Lou, and I love me a Looky Lou because I like me clicking the view, but I also need to get my coins up and I need to stay in this algorithm. So make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe and make sure you turn on the notification bell. Like I was saying, do y'all, what the fuck was I saying? See, I don't even know. I done lost my train of thought. Oh, I was talking about the pickled okra. Vegan beets and apple salad is good. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. I was thinking of like trying to make my own like pickled vegetables. So sometimes because I like pickles a lot, so I'll buy like the garlic sour pickles. Those are like my favorite. And y'all know fermented food, period, is really good for your gut health. Y'all know that. So like once my pickles is done, like I'll keep the pickle juice and I'll like cut up peppers and put it in there, and then I'll add like a little extra like garlic powder. I'll put some cloves of garlic in there, and I'll put like red crushed pepper in it. It tastes so good. Like you let it sit for like a day or two, and it literally is so good. Like good to snack on. Because I'm really, getting more into eating like raw or pickled vegetables. Like I'll snack on like carrots. I don't know how people eat raw broccoli though. I cannot get into that. The texture, it's just weird to me. So that's one thing I don't think I can eat raw, but I'm gonna start pickling. My grandma used to pickle peppers, like whole, like little, like jalapenos and stuff like that. And she would just use vinegar, salt, and then she would always put like a clove of garlic in there. You need to try that. But once I get up here, I'm gonna cut up my watermelon, and I also want to try this salad with watermelon, feta cheese, basil. Did y'all see that? Watermelon, basil, feta, arugula, and I think mint leaves. And they use like a balsamic glaze. I'm gonna try that. So tomorrow, when I go back to the grocery, I'm gonna get some feta cheese. I'm gonna get some arugula. I really like arugula. Arugula is good. Watermelon salad. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Filipino cultures. Okay. What you say, boo? I need you to show. You need me to show you how to make rasta pasta? So at some point, once I get my new pad, I'm going to start doing different types of vlogs. I don't know if I'm going to make a new channel. I'll be thinking about that. Because y'all seem to like the vlogs that I did with my family during the 4th of July, which was super fun. So I was thinking like, once I really get into like doing cooking segments and, we talk about health and all of that anyways, but I do want to start cooking and like healthy alternatives though to the things that we already eat, because we mostly eat for texture. People be like, oh, vegetables, this and that doesn't taste good. I'm like, yo, would you eat motherfucking steak without no seasoning? No, because it would be nasty. You wouldn't like it. Would you eat chicken, just raw chicken without no seasoning? No, because it would be nasty. All of the things we eat, meat included, if we didn't season it, you wouldn't like it. So at the end of the day, season your veggies the same way that you season your meat. That's the philosophy I live by. And find other things like different types of mushrooms. A lot of people use jackfruit. I see Tabitha Brown, speaking of Tabitha, she grinds up walnuts, and it has like the same like meaty texture, and she uses that for like tacos and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, you said I never thought of it like that. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to start a different channel for content like that. I'll figure it out once I get there. But in the meantime, I'm going to give y'all a little bit of vlogs here or there. We're going to continue to do the show. And you love walnuts. Okay. I thought you was going to sleep, the thrift queen. Soak the walnuts up. I never tried the walnuts, so I'm going to try it. But I'm just talking about things that I see. And I'm like, But I love y'all so much. I'm about to skedaddle. I will talk to you guys mañana. I will open up the call lines again tomorrow. Be good. Show up as her. Be her. Show up as him. Be him. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Don't let nobody play in your face. You got this. You are on top. You are in it to win it. And this is your movie. Life is a movie. You are starring in it. You are directing it. And you got it. You got this. You have arrived. All right? Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. Like, comment, subscribe, share, because I know you care.